Hello, everyone. Thank you for tuning in. I am JayLee. This is JLeesCorner. This is a review of Lovecraft County. Lovecraft Country. Not county, country. It's an R in there, whatever. Season 1, episode 5. So because of verses, I was not able to go live to chit-chat about the show. So I'm doing a review. Okay, we're gonna get on into it because again, it's supposed to be live, and on the live, I don't do all the extras of the stuff, so we're gonna get into it and let it be what it's gonna be. We see Ruby. Okay, Ruby wakes up and she's stretching out or whatever, and then Ruby quickly realizes that she's a white woman. Okay, she's a whole white woman. Not only is she a whole white woman, she is the same white woman we saw in episode 2. It's the lady who was holding the dogs at this state. That's who she is now as a white woman. She's like, Ruby, wake up, Ruby. But she's not waking up. Ruby's a white woman. Okay, so she goes wandering off, okay, into the black neighborhood and everything. And the police found her because, again, they looking for her because her husband, William, told them she was missing. And when they find her, they're like, ma'am, are you okay? They so concerned for this random white woman who's just running around, looking like, la, 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 I'm lost. I don't know who I am. And they then try to, beat up a black teenager dude who was trying to help her. And luckily, we realized, okay, I'm a white woman. Let me help save this young boy. He wasn't fucking with me or whatever. He was trying to help me. Leave him be. So she then gets in the car because, again, they want to help this random white woman that Ruby has turned herself into. And so when she goes back into the car, and they're like, oh, your husband said this. That's not my husband. I don't want to go there. Leave me be. She then starts having these spasms, okay? Oh, yeah, he said that she's sick. She has these spasms. And she's like having this out-of-body weird experience. I'm trying to escape herself. I'm like, what is going on here? They take her back to the house. William, carries her in the house. And she then starts screaming and crawling all around. And William said, you are slowing down the process. Stop fighting. I'm like, stop fighting what? What process? What is you talking about, William, or whatever? He then proceeds to take a knife and cuts her open. I'm looking like, did he just kill a white woman or did he just get Ruby? What the hell is going on here? I was so confused. Did Ruby just die? I just didn't know. We then see at the house, Montrose sitting there after he didn't kill old girl. Okay, what's her name? Kawani. I'm gonna call her Kawani right now. He didn't kill Kawani or whatever. He's sitting there with the blood on his finger still. And then Tick and Letty walks in. Okay, they're like, hey, where Kawani at? Oh, she gone. And Tick looks like, you motherfucker. Where Letty feel like, oh, why you let her leave? Where'd she go? Did she leave a long time ago? We can find. And he and what happened to the Titus's pages? And Montrose just doesn't say anything. He just looks at Tick. Tick proceeded to beat the dog shit out of Montrose. I said, oh, is he gonna kill him? What's going on? Tick, stop! Somebody help! Because Tick has snaps and he is pissed at his damn daddy because Tick realized that he killed that girl and that he burnt them pages. So Tick know what happened. Letty, not so much, okay? And I'm like, that's kind of crazy. It's crazy. Tick then go down to the basement or whatever. He was looking to see if Letty had, took photos of the pages just yet. He wanted those or whatnot. But she's so scared of him, she go downstairs. He's like, the pages. Where are the photos of the pages? She's like, calm the fuck down. And he got in the stomps off in the hut. But you then see she holding the baseball bat because she was scared of him because he was like, it was a lot going on. I'm like, come on, not seeing too much, whatnot. Now, we then see that on, he in the garage, tending to his wounds on his hands. And because he beat the fuck out of that man and whatnot. And then she come in and said, I did have photos of the pages. I just did not have time to develop them yet. Boom. You know what I'm saying? He said, thanks for, stopping me from killing him. You know what I'm saying? She's like, but if I wasn't there, would you have killed him? He was like, I can admit I've imagined it many times, when I was a kid or whatever, mostly after he would beat me, you know what I'm saying? And I never felt like I had that kind of anger that he had in me, but I found it in the war, okay? And I don't like it. And then she like, I don't like seeing, that side, that side of you scares me, Tick. He was like, please don't be scared of me. Please don't be scared of me. And they hug and she embraces them, whatever, and they start kissing and hugging and getting naked, and then they do it. Okay, I was like, get some good old sex, lady. Get it. No, it's a Latia. They call her lady. Anyway, they had some good old sex. Not no quick bathroom sex. They got naked, and she was riding him. I said, girl, get it, girl. Anyway, so we had that. Now we then see William. William has now woken Ruby up, and she acting like she's still asleep. And he's talking about how metamorphosis is this and that, and these doorways that are magical or whatever that can change this or that. And she's like, did I have to die to become that white woman? I'm saying, is that what happened? This magic is this? He's like, no, you didn't die. The potion I gave you, it mimics metamorphosis or whatever. I'm saying, and then it wears off after some time. Hence the whole, out of body experience. Like, it scared me to wake up as a white woman. I was frightened, okay, but I was wandering around crazy, delusional or whatever in the streets, and no one was scared of me. Everyone was scared for me. They treated me like a human. She's like, well, yeah. You know what I'm saying? Because if you black and run around, they're going to be like, oh my God, I am scared of her. And it was different as a white woman or whatever. So she then brings up how the transformation, it wasn't even painful. It felt like being unmade. All right? I don't like that. He's like, next time it won't be as painful. It'll be different next time. Ain't gonna be no next time. He said, okay, that's fine. Can I go? Can I leave? He's like, you can do whatever you want to do. He then leaves the potion and a whole bunch of money, cash, yeah, on the nightstand. And she gets her clothes, because he leaves, and then she's about to leave, and then she look over. She's like, maybe I want to spend some time as a white woman. So she then proceeds to walk around as a white woman. Okay, where's she at? Boom. She walking around all done up. Okay, as Hillary. Okay, that's who she is or whatever. And she spent the whole day as a white woman. And now she told her she didn't use any money. She used the only currency she needed, which was whiteness. Okay, I say, you know what? That is very true. That is very true. Now we then see, she then broke out her skin later on. And she's at the house in the tub. Now she's spending all the time with William. I'm like, you not gonna go home? Okay. But she in the tub, clean off her body. Because again, when she becomes herself again, it's a bloody, gory mess, okay? It's very nasty, okay? But she's in the tub cleaning herself, and William is in the chit-chatting or whatever, you know what I'm saying? She tells him how, when he tells her, she's like, why did you pick me? Out of all the women, in Chicago, on the South Side, like, why? He's like, well, why not you? You know what I'm saying? The first time I saw you, I felt magic when it didn't even exist, okay? And, one day I will need a favor from you for sharing my magic with you, but until then and after or whatever, you are free to live in whatever skin you choose. Meaning you have the utmost openness to be black or white. And she tells him, I don't know what's more difficult, being a colored, or not being a colored, being colored or being a woman. Most days I'm happy to be both, but the world, it just keeps interrupting, and I'm sick of being interrupted. And I was like, girl, aren't we all? You just want to be sometimes and whatnot. We then see Ruby does what she feel like she wants to do as a white woman. The one thing that she's been wanting to do and could not do. She went down to Marshall Fields and got a job. Okay, became the assistant manager of the store as the name Hillary Davenport. Okay, and then she's happy because that's all she wanted to work at the store. Okay, I'm like, girl, you should want better for yourself, but I digress. So when she in there for the interview, whatever, she gets a job, but the potion starts to wear off, and she's trying to leave to take some more of it, but the man kept talking, and so she had to run out, and because she dropped the potion in the office, she had to just excuse herself from her white skin in the elevator. who was cleaning up dead woman white skin all over the city? I'm like, what is going on? Because it's messy. It was messy. Anyway, we do see on her first day on the job, whatever, she wants to go talk to the only black girl because she feel like, we can be sisters in arms, from a distance or whatever. And she's trying to give her advice or whatever. And then as they talking, the girl admit how, she didn't have no experience. She didn't take any classes. She barely completed high school. I think she dropped off in 7th, 8th grade. So she's not even qualified for the job, but she still worked there, which pisses Hillary off because I had all this training and this and that, and you got the job for no apparent reason. I don't like it or whatnot. Okay, and so she tells her, "Your hands are ashy." I was like, I don't think white women can tell us our hands ashy. Do white women even know about ash? I don't know. Anyway, we then see she at the place and she's spending time like downstairs with the other white coworkers who ain't doing shit. We see that Tamara, the black girl, does all the work. Okay, they work her ragged. They do everything. Well, no, they do nothing to have her do everything and whatnot. But downstairs, I'm saying, she's with them and shit because she's another white woman or whatever, and they then are surprised at how good she dances or how much rhythm she has or whatever. And I'm like, Now they even bring up how they're not surprised that Tamara isn't qualified or that she's unqualified because of course she's unqualified. She's black. She's a Negro. I'm looking like, really? It's just bullshit. And it was like, when you want to be a fly on the wall and then you like, I'm a fly on the wall but I can't say what I want to say because I don't want them to know I'm a fly on the wall but I want to punch them all in their face. That what was going on or whatever. Anyway, they then say, Tamara comes, well, how about we have Tamara take us to the south side or whatever. It can be like going on a safari. You know what I'm saying? She can be our tour guide. I'm looking like, bitch, did you call us some animals, girl? But the thing is, Ruby just had to sit there and just take it because she's a white woman. Anyway, from there, we see Montrose. Montrose goes to see a friend for comfort, okay? And we see he go to see Sammy, the gay guy who owns the bar or whatever. And he walk in and he like, was the people that did this or who was it that beat your ass because you real beaten up right now. And then, he don't say much or whatever. He walk into the room or whatever. Montrose then start taking his pants off. And I was like, okay. And then Sammy takes his pants off. And then Montrose, girl, it was the amount of spit that Montrose put in his hand to then have sex with Sammy that was too much for me. It wasn't sex. It was not at all. It was the amount of spit he used. I'm like, was lube not around in the 50s? When was lube? I don't use lube. When was lube created? I'm not sure. But again, that's what happened or whatever. And they start having sex. And you can tell that Montrose has probably never had like emotional connective sex. It was always like, I'm angry because I'm gay and I can't really be gay, but I'm gay, but I can't really be with you, so I have to fuck you real hard, sex or whatnot. You know what I'm saying? And then, he then gives old boy some head. And I was like, I was getting some head. You know what I'm saying? It was what it was, okay? So from there, we see later on, Montrose is still with Sammy and his friends. We then see Sammy's friends are drag queens. We see that it was Monet Exchange. We see it was Shangela, both from RuPaul's Drag Race. Start your engines. I watched RuPaul's Drag Race. Anyway, so we see that, okay? And they getting dressed as we see for a ball. Okay, but we see them in their so we now figure out that Sammy is actually a drag queen. Okay, and Sammy is in his element. His friends, they're all in their element. They are all in their element. Okay, but Montrose is sitting there not saying shit, not saying much at all. And then they realize, your man don't talk, girl. What's going on with y'all, girl? What's going on? Like, of course not. They haven't even kissed or whatever. So we then figure out Montrose and Sammy have never kissed, even though they've had sex and kissed each other's penises. Okay, but I digress. So we then see it's like Montrose is walking around with the weight of the world on his shoulders because he cannot be his true self. He feels stifled. He feels stuffed into a box. He is literally hiding in the closets, okay? And you can see it all over his face. So we then see they're going to a ball, and Sammy is really sassy Sarah Vaughn, okay? That is Sammy's drag name, everything. At the ball or whatever, we see, sassy Sarah Vaughn, all dressed up in all of her glory, you know what I'm saying, at the ball with all the other people who are there, men and women and all that stuff, other drag queens too. And then we see that sassy Sarah Vaughn is being praised. Everyone there is having a good time and being, applauding and all the things in their element, okay? But Montrose is standing around, and he just not so much, okay? He's watching from a corner. He's watching all this happen, and he kind of realized he's not free to even enjoy it, even though he's there, okay, amongst his people or whatever. And he's just kind of standing around like he's a statue. Like there's no emotion. He's just like frozen, like I can't even really breathe right in here because am I supposed to be? It was, that's how it was or whatever. So when Sassy comes over and she gets him and brings him onto the dance floor, and they dance a little bit, you know what I'm saying? And it seems as if like it was all darkness. It was dark and dim. And as Montrose loosens up because he realizes, I can dance. I can bounce my shoulders. I can have a good time in here. He loosens up, and it's like the world got brighter for him. He actually like opened his eyes and realized, I don't have to be in this box. I can come out my closet. I can have some fun. And he then proceeds to kind of just express and dance around and be loose. And they kind of pick him up and like kind of carry him around, and like glitter falls all over. It was a beautiful moment. If it was like for the first time he was born into himself. We know his father would beat him when he was a child, so we probably figure out that the dad was probably beating him because he was gay, you know what I'm saying, and try to beat him out of him. And so that's why his whole life, all he has known and all he has even shown or given to his own son was abuse, because he was beaten too. So like for the first time, like he just releases himself and he's great, and he then walks up to Sassy, honey, and gives his girlfriend a kiss, honey, and they was kissing on the dance floor. And I'm like, okay, bravo. I mean, we can't act as if like it wasn't gay people back in the 50s. Okay, so that was a good thing to see. It was a thing that was seen by all. We then see William. William goes to pick up Ruby from work. She's the white woman or whatever. And, he tells her, I need a favor. Okay, I need that favor. I told you I need you to go to this party. The box had your outfit in it, and it was a server outfit. So, of course, she has to go to the party as Ruby. And then we see her working the party, okay? Work the party. And it's the party with them cops and all them people at the lodge or whatever, them crooked-ass people or whatnot. And so we then see Christina shows up because, she's like, I need you to go in there, put this rock in the captain's office. The girl, no. You trying to get me killed? What the fuck? No. He didn't say shit about the captain. No. Ruby then say, I can't do this. And then Christina asks, did William, do you really care for him? Like, or is it just that, what he gives you? The whole whiteness of it or whatever. She's like, William was really the rightful heir to this lodge. I'm saying, not the captain. William, okay? And the captain tried to kill William to take his seat, okay? He shot William in the back and dumped his body in the river, okay? But he don't know that William survived with my help, okay? And now with your help, William can get his revenge. And I was like, okay. So we then see Tick. Tick and Letty sitting around trying to decipher them letters. Honey, it's 1023. I don't know what it means. It's 10. They gotta figure out them letters to figure out the atoms. What is it? The language of Adam? Whatever it was, they can't figure it out because Montrose didn't kill that girl. So we see Tick took a little nap, and he's dreaming about being in that burning house that he escaped in episode 2. But in this dream, he dies and burns up in the fire. And his ancestors is trying to talk to him, but he can't hear what she's saying. Okay, so it's some within that or whatever. And so we then see him telling Letty that Montrose actually killed old girl. Okay, he didn't let her go. He actually killed her or whatever, and he, did that to also, and he also burned the pages up. And she's like, "What? No, no, no. That's not. No, this is the devil. Take this is it's affecting us." He's like, "No, you know what I'm saying? This is supposed to protect us. Okay, I don't know why my dad thought he was protecting us by burning it, but this is supposed to protect us." She's like, "But look at what your dad did to protect you. It's evil. Okay, we don't like it." From there, we see Ruby, who was in the captain's office, hiding a rock, okay? But then she keep hearing some stuff from the closet. I'm looking like, Ruby, don't go to the closet, Ruby. Ruby, don't go to the closet. But Ruby goes to the closet anyway. She opens it, and it's a man whose mouth is bleeding. He is stitched up on his face. It's like his head is stitched back on. I mean, is he dead or is he alive? I'm not sure. And she's like, ooh. She's like, I can't believe it. But then we hear the captain coming. So Ruby had to hide in the closet with a dead alive man. I was like, I'm so confused. Now, as she in there, whatever, the captain, his two people or whatnot, is chit-chatting about, how they want to take over the lodge and this and that. The captain takes his shirt off, and I'm like, bruh, who fucking torso is this nigga? I can't call him a nigga. Who torso does this white man have? Whose is it? Okay, why does the white sheriff have a black man's torso? Okay, what is going on here? So clearly that means the captain dude was one of the experiments of the crazy doctor dude who owned Letty's house back in the day. Okay, I'm like, bruh, that's a black man's torso. That's not that white man's torso. Bruh. What does his bottom have? What is is the bottom half black or white? I don't know, but girl, it's crazy. So Ruby sees this and she's like, what the fuck is this shit? Okay, so she's like, but she has to just calm herself. She can't scream because they'll kill her. And then they'll kill her. And so she's holding her mouth. She's also holding the mouth of the live dead man who's also in there, who keeps moaning, I'm looking like, shut up. Okay, we find out that he is like somebody who maybe stole some money and he's halfway dead, and they're waiting for him to be all the way dead, all the way alive to tell what happened to the money he stole. I'm looking like, this episode was a whole lot. I can't. Now, back at work, Hillary, who was Ruby, is freaking out because she's like, white people be on some crazy ass shit. And she's talking to Black Tamara, like, you have to be better than white people. You have to be better than white people because white people is crazy. They have more fucked up things or whatever than you could ever think about or whatever. You can't do this shit, okay? You can end up in a closet with a dead alive man with a tongue cut out, okay? Don't do this shit. And I'm like, what? Ruby, calm down, okay? You're Hillary right now. Anyway, when white boss man walks, I'm like, what's going on? You okay? What's going on? No, I'm fine. Tamara's going to take us all to the south side to have some fun. Right, Tamara? Looking like, I don't think she wants to, girl. But they go anyway. So they all go. She done forced this black woman to take all the white people to the south side of Chicago to a bar to have some fun. I'm looking like, whatever. So they're having a good time. The white folk, oh my God, it's amazing. So groovy. Oh my God, he's so... Anyway, it's like Ruby see these white folks is around here having a good time with us black folk, but they don't even like us. Like behind closed doors, they talk cash shit. Yeah, I would have killed them all, okay? But I digress. Anyway, Hillary then decides to not take the potion and to come back to Ruby, okay? And we then see her, she literally peels her skin off in the alley because she's like, I can't do this no more. I can't do it, okay? Now, while she's a whole bloody mess and she didn't peeled her skin off and everything, we see she hears her boss trying to get some cooch from Tamara in the alley, trying to take it. And she's like, no, Mr. So-and-so, I don't want to do this. No. He's like, I heard black girls taste real sweet down there. And I'm like, get off her. So she like bites him or whatever and then runs away. He's like, you nigger bitch. And the whole time it's happening, Ruby is watching, looking like, you motherfucker. Are you really tried to take her? We brought you down here to have a good time. Okay, a good time. And your ass is around here trying to take the sweet coochie. I'm looking like, if you think our stuff tastes sweet, I mean, is the white woman's coochie sour? I heard it tastes sweet. What is white coochie? Oh, he don't know because he don't like black women. I'm just trying to. I don't know. I was going to text him and say, what does white women coochie taste like? But he has not dated white women. Anyway, boom. We then see Ruby gets back to the house and she's talking to Christina. Okay, now we see Ruby is sitting there in all the bloody gory. Okay, that's the girl because she hasn't taken a bath and shit. And I cut out the part because right to the side of Ruby is the leftover white woman's skin. So we see that Ruby was the one collecting the white woman's skin. Oh, okay. And so they sitting there and Ruby, I know how you feel. I have also been where you are, disillusioned and pissed. She's like, shut the fuck up, okay? You do not know anything about me. What if the only thing that you white women are disillusioned to is yourselves, okay? It's bullshit. You're right, Ruby. You're right. You know what I'm saying? You want to be us. We want to be you. Vice versa, whatever. But you misunderstood William's invitation, okay? It wasn't to just be white. It was to be anything you wanted. It was the freedom, okay? The currency of magic is freedom. And that's what the invite was for this. So, who are you when you're uninterrupted? I'm looking like, I mean, that's a good question to ask somebody. If I don't have to stop being myself and I can freely be me, what would I do? Well, what Ruby did, she became Hillary. Okay, she went to go see her boss to quit her job. I'm like, okay, she knows I don't want to be here. That's fine. She then said, I'm going to quit because I like you. I am attracted to you. I have feelings for you. And as your subordinate, I can't work here. So I quit so that I can fuck your brains out. And I was like, Ruby, what is going on here? Okay, we then see she's like, because he then tries to like grab her and like, no, you're always in charge. I'm going to be in charge. She takes his belt buckle off, ties it around his waist. She ties, I think, a scarf around his arms. Who's basically handcuffed. He's like a dog collar. And then, she's like, and what did you want to talk to me about? I think we need to fire Tamara. Tamara, she's not doing a good job. Oh, really? So she like, you want to fire the girl because you tried to rape her. Asshole of a man, okay? And she then says, get on your knees. He gets on his knees and she's like, suck it. And she puts her shoe in his mouth and he sucks the heel of her shoe. And then her skin is starting to like, peel a little bit. But her eye color changed to it. He's like, your eyes, yeah, do you like them? And she gets up and goes behind him and she kind of like chokes him a little bit, but he liked it a little bit or whatever. And then Cardi B's Bodak Yellow starts playing. You know what I'm saying? You lit up playing. I was like, oh, the bloody shoes. She then proceeds to fuck him in the buttocks with her shoe. And I mean, literally bloody shoes, okay? And then he was just screaming, no, oh, and she's like, oh, and then she's fucking him in his butt with a shoe. The white woman's skin is just peeling off, just falling off the bones. I'm looking like, this is gory. Oh my God, what's going on? And then she walks around and says, I want you to see that a nigger bitch did this. And she just kind of walks away. And I was like, oh my God. Okay. So we then see, Chicken Lady is talking, Lady's in the tub bathing because she's trying to kind of calm down, saying the prayer for old girl that Montrose killed or whatever. And then they just kind of chit-chatting, you know what I'm saying? And then she's like, I've just seen so much bad, I'm just trying to find some sense into making something good. And then Tick, like, I know, you know what I'm saying, that I have been the one who have brought on some of that bad, you know what I'm saying? So I'm trying to bring some good to you too. But what does that mean, Tick? You know what I'm saying? The last time I thought we was going for good, you know what I'm saying? You was trying to go back to Florida. I don't know what that about or whatever. He then explained, like, it was a girl I was with in Korea, and it ended in a strange way. And it's like, well, did you love her? Well, I don't know if what I had with Gia was love. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I didn't know love as a kid. You know what I'm saying? I didn't know what it was because my parents' love was like, it was endearing, but it was unknowable. You know what I'm saying? And then Letty brings up how for her, my mom was always like every 2 seconds, my mom was loving somebody. You know what I'm saying? And so when she also seen that with her mom, then with Ruby was saying like they was always loving somebody. So it's like, to me, love wasn't anything special because of how I saw my mom and my sister just loving anyone like it was nothing. So I did not want to do the man until I knew that it meant something. And then Tick looks at her, takes her hand, and says, "This is special. You know, I'm not confused anymore about that." Meaning I was confused if I was in love with Gia. I'm not at all confused on if I'm in love with you. Like, that's not even a question in my head. And he kind of just lays on her hand and he cries a little bit. And I'm like, I love them too. Love it, love it. So we do see Ruby go to the house and William walks in. He's like, okay, stay right here. I'll be right back. And he's like walking pretty fast. Why do you and her keep going down that basement all the time, all days, all nights, or whatever? What is going on? And then we see William kind of fall down on the floor and he starts screaming. I'm looking like, what's happening? But I guessed it last week in my live. I said William and Christina are the same person because I had never seen them at the same time. And sure enough, yes, Christina bust out the body of William. She had been using him as her other person. Okay, I'm looking like, ooh, Lord Jesus. And Ruby was like, "You've been with him the whole fucking time?" Because she's shocked shitless. Okay, because again, girl, I was like, so Ruby trying to be a white woman and a white woman trying to be a white man. It was what it was. We then see Tick at the house, still figuring out the words or whatever, and he kind of gets to a point and realizing something, and he's like, oh shit. He then goes and calls Korea. Okay, and we hear a lady, answer the phone or whatever, and he's like, how did you know? How did you know? She's like, oh, you believe me now? You should have listened to me. And he was like, what are you? And the phone kind of hangs up. We see the book has 3 letters, D-I-E, die. I'm like, gonna die. Who is it gonna die? I don't want Tick to die. No, don't kill Tick. And that was the whole episode. I will not be reviewing the show each week. Next week we will be back live at 10:35 after episode 6. I can't wait.